The magic of maths. Magician Shekhar Suman. Namaskar, good evening. Welcome to the magical class where the magician will teach you all the tricks of magic. Yes, you heard me right. Hello, good evening. Please confirm in chat if you can hear me and see me too. Welcome Manasa, Sujata, Dipali, Tirtha, Pratim, Sanchari, and everybody out there who is watching this live stream. And to all those, hi to all those who are going to watch this recording later. Today we are going to learn the magic of numbers. And who said maths has to be massive? Who said maths has to be boring? Maths is magical. And today I'm going to teach you the tricks of the trade. Yes. Today, we will not just learn about numbers. Today, we will also learn about speed maths. How can we calculate faster? How can we do it faster? Whatever it is. In the last session, if you have attended, if you remember, we discussed about how the knowledge of part A and mathematics is going to help you in part C as well. Do you remember that, everybody? Do you remember? We wrote part A for part C, yes? Today, we're going to start officially. This is the first class for part A. We'll start with some theory about numbers, which will be something which will be like brushing up your basics. And then we will jump into speed maths, okay? Approximately this particular class should not last longer than 60 minutes, but you know, maths is magical. Agar aap sabhi ko maza aa gaya, if you started enjoying the class, I would love to extend. No problems there, okay? So guys, quickly type in chat box. If you want me to start, type in chat box. Maths is magical, okay? Maths is magical. Everybody in the chat. Maths is magical, right? These numbers which you see on the screen is going to be the rocket fuel which will propel you towards your CSIR net goal. Yes, you heard me right. And you will see all that step by step starting from today. Okay? Maths is magical. Yes. Maths is magical. Yes. Now, before we start, let's look at a couple of pointers. This is the question I had asked last time. Can you solve 15 questions in roughly 15 to 20 minutes? Most of us answered difficult, maybe no. The next question we had asked is, can you answer them, all of them correct? Well, definitely it's challenging, but not impossible, right? But here is the realization which we all had, and that is number of questions one can attempt correctly makes all the difference between the one who gets selected as a JRF or LS or someone who gets rejected. Now, having said that, having understood all these pointers, and also now that I had also proved to you that it will help you definitely in part C as well, let us start. Types of numbers. Now, this is something which we're going to brush up, right? Brushing karte ho subah, morning you brush your teeth, right? The same way, even though you still have the teeth, you need to brush it up, right? Otherwise, it will get dirty. The same way with the concepts, you need to brush it up. So let's brush up the types of numbers today. So anybody, real numbers, what are those? all numbers, irrespective of whatever is the sign in front of them. Whatever is the sign in front of them, real numbers. Okay. So whatever is a number, irrespective of whatever is the sign, it can be negative, it can be positive, it could be zero, any number, reality, sachai, right? That's how you remember. Relate to it. Sachai. Sachai mein negative also exists, positive also exists, neutral also exists. Same way. Real number, matlab all numbers exist here. Okay. Next. Natural numbers. All the counting numbers. So counting starts from where? Can you count from zero? No. You can count always from one, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So, okay. That's natural numbers. Now remember, I have put n as bold. Can you see that? N is bold, right? So keep that in mind. N is bold, okay? So real numbers is all the numbers, irrespective of whatever is the sign. Natural numbers is counting numbers. And counting starts from where? It always starts from 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is how you remember counting numbers. Whole numbers. Now whole number, can you see W is bold here? W is bold because I'll tell you later. But can you see N plus 0 means counting numbers plus 0. Natural number plus 0 also becomes whole number. Okay. So if real number is the entire set, okay, natural number is a subset, okay, and whole number is everything plus 0 also. Okay. Samajh gaye? Do you follow? Everybody. Correct. So whole number. Now you see N is bold, W is bold. There is a reason behind it. Keep this, register this in your mind. Okay. Next, integers. What are integers? Integers is N, that is natural numbers, plus whole numbers, plus negative numbers. Matlab sign mein minus bhi aa jayega. That means what is there? All the numbers, 0 also, and negative numbers. Okay. That's called integers. Okay. Next, even and odd number. Do you want me to tell you about this? You already know it, right? Whatever is divisible by 2, it's even. Whatever is not divisible, it's odd. Okay. Very simple, easy. Okay. Now, prime numbers. So we already know prime numbers, right? Anything which is any number which is divisible by itself and no other number. So 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, okay, 17, 19, 23. What is the number after 23? Can anybody tell me? Prime number after 23 will be what? Anybody? Let's see who is following my lecture so far. Any prime number after 23? Which is the next prime number after 23? Okay, 23. After 23, 29. Is it 29? Right? 27? No, 27 is not a prime number. Okay, 27 is divisible by 3. So 29. Okay. Now, composite number. Composite number is greater than 1, but not a prime number. Okay. So basically, composite number is a reverse of prime number. Whatever is not a prime number is a composite number. So what you said, 27, that's a composite number. So this is basic. Okay. If you want, you can take a screenshot. Shall I move out of the screen? I just move out of the screen. You can take a screenshot so that this concept remains with you. Thank you, Dipali, for the compliment. Maths is magical until it's taught by Shekhar sir. Thank you. Thank you for the compliment. So here it is. This is all brush up. Okay. Brush up ho gaya. Let's move next. Still we have some more numbers. Okay. Next is rational numbers. So what is rational number? Rational kya hota? We always say that to each other, right? Think rationally, think logically. Matlab, logically socho, rationally socho, right? That's what we say. So number of the form P by Q means always it is in the form of P by Q. In fact, any number is, X by 1. So if I say 29, that means actually it is also rational number because 29 by 1, right? Number of the form P by Q where both P and Q is integer and Q is not equal to 0. क्योंकि अगर 0 हो गया तो infinity हो जाएगा. That's not possible, right? So P by Q and P and Q is integer. Okay, clear hai everybody? Shall I move forward? Okay. Next, irrational number. Rational ka ulta, more or less, we can say irrational. You're thinking erratically, you're thinking irrationally, you're not thinking logically. So now this cannot be expressed in the form of a fraction. Okay, P by Q, where P and Q are integers. Instead, the denominator is also not equal to 0, but it cannot be expressed in form of a fraction. Okay, let's see some examples. Decimal expansion of irrational number is neither terminating nor repeating. मतलब कि जैसे pi, you have pi, you know pi, or square root of 2, right? So these numbers, okay, it doesn't repeat, it keeps going, it never ends, right? So that's irrational number. Okay, now here's this interesting story about irrationality. This is how you will remember, is a story of Pythagoras. Okay, so what really happened is Pythagoras was a person, okay, he was a mathematician, and he coined this term irrational number. And what people did is they said, you're mad. They thought he's gone mad. They threw him in the ocean. Okay, why did they do that? They thought that he's talking all irrational things. How can this happen? Right? How is it possible that there is a number which cannot be represented as p by q, and it does not repeat, it keeps on going in the decimal, right? So that's where Pythagoras, if you remember, you'll remember this story, irrational and rational number. Okay, so now here is a few pointers in mind. Okay, Pallavi has a question. So what is the difference between rational and real numbers? There is no difference. See, the entire subset is real. Okay, so rational as well as irrational number is a type of real number. Clear? Okay, now keep in mind the following facts. Okay, if you have a notebook, please note it down. These are facts. You have to remember multiplication table up to 20th, means 20 multiplied by 10. Remember, this was the homework last time. Who all have done their homeworks? Who all have done their homework? Do you remember? So today what we'll do is we'll actually write the table here. Okay. So multiplication table up to 20th, we need to know. Now, you should not just know the one side, you should know the other side. For example, the moment you see 136, it should recollect in your mind that, okay, it is 17 multiplied by 8. So the moment you see these numbers in your part C or part A question, by looking at the number, you should recollect, okay, this is that. For example, if I say 169, you will correlate, okay, yeah, that is 13 square. If I say 144, you will say, okay, that is 12 into 12, right? So that's how you have to correlate. Okay, it should be vice versa, both sides. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll write the multiplication table, right? And you all are going to write with me today. Right now, one thing we have observed is all of us know all the tables from, 1 or 2, table of 2 to table of 11. Most of us know it. So we'll not do that. We'll start from 12. Okay. So what is 12 into 12? Sorry, 12 into 1. 12 into 1 is 12, right? 12 multiplied by 2 is 24. Quickly, guys, tell me. 12 into 3. What's that? 36. Right? Okay, 12 into 4, 48, right? What's next? 60, 12 into 5, 12 5s are 60. Okay, now these are all brushing up. We're just brushing up things. Why we are brushing up things? Because if you want your teeth to be healthy, you need to brush up. So if you want your maths to be healthy, you need to brush up your multiplication tables. Okay, so 12 into 5 is 60. Okay, 12 into 7, 12 into 6, 72, right? Yes. Then 84, 12 into 7, 84, yes. 96, next is 96, next is 108, next is 120. Okay. So the table of 12 we have started. Now, everybody, tell me the table of 13. Tell me the table of 13. See, this is how we brush up. Okay. So bear with me while we just write things. Okay. 13 into 2, 26, 39. Next, guys, come on. Come on. 26, yes. 52, 65. Okay, 78. Then 91, right? Next, who will tell me? Yeah. So Subra has already written everything. Okay. So let's not. Yeah. All right. So you have it 104, then 117, now 130. Now there is a reason I wrote both the tables side by side. I want you to realize a pattern. Now, please look at both the tables and look at the patterns. Everybody, look at the table and look at the pattern. What do you see? You see something? The difference between 12 and 13 is 1. The difference between 24 and 26 is 2. This is 3. This is 4. This is 5. This is 6. This is 7. This is 8. This is 9. This is 10. So basically, if you know this table, you can always write this table. Easy. Right? Now, similarly, I want you after this class to write all the tables from 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. No need to write 20. So I want you to write all this and observe the pattern. You will find a pattern. Okay. And that pattern is very important because many a times you will forget what is 19 into 5, but you may remember what is 18 into 5. So, if you add a bit of that, you can move forward, right? So please write the table and look at the correlation in between the columns. Okay. You will realize that there exists a difference here, which will be constant throughout the entire table. Okay. Unfortunately, we were taught all this when we were kids. Okay. So we were not smart enough to look at all this correlation. But today you can do that. Okay. And that's why I want first write it down by heart it. That's the best thing. But if you can't, even if you forget, if you know the correlation, you can easily deduce the answer. Okay. Done. Now, here is another exercise for all of us. You should be thorough with the squares up to 25, right? So quickly in the chat box, tell me what is 2 square? 2 square is 4. Okay. What's 3 square? Quickly, guys, this is so easy, right? Okay. 16, right? 4 square. 5 square is 25. 6 square, 36. See, we are going from basics. We'll go slowly to the tougher levels. Okay. So bear with me while we finish off all the basics. 49. Okay. Yeah. 64. Very good. Very good. Okay. 81. Okay. Now please look at the correlation. How do you find the correlation? So 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, and 81. So what is the difference? 4, 5 is, okay, 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. Can you see that? See, I'm going like this. Okay. Can you look at this? 25 plus, how much will be 36? Tell me. 11. Right. Now, these are the observations people don't make. Okay. Now, 36 plus how much? 13. Okay. Is 49. Can you see that? Right. Next, how much it should be? You can easily predict now. 15. Right. And this will be 17. Right. So basically, if you see 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Right. Now, this is a series. Series questions jab aayega, this will be helpful. Observe. Clear hai? Is it clear? Okay. Now, here is the real part. Tell me what is 11 square? 11 square. Who will tell me? 121. Right? What is 12 square? All this you have to by heart it. Okay. Why you have to by heart it? Because the moment you will see these numbers, whether it is in part C or part A, you can easily correlate. Okay, this is 12 square. Okay. 13 square. 169. What is 14 square? What is 14 square, guys? Tell me. Are you following? Are you following? Are you following? Yes? Or is it difficult? It should be easy. Correct? Okay. Good. So now 196. Next 225. Then 256. Okay. This is 289. This is 324. Okay. And this should be 361. Please check if this is right or wrong. Whatever I wrote, is it correct? Easy. It's very easy. Okay. But what is very important here is to look at the difference now. 121 and 144. What is the difference? Who will tell me? 144 minus 121 is how much? Play with numbers. We are just playing. You are just kids, right? We are playing, right? Just play with numbers. 144 minus 121. How much it should be? 23? 23? 144 minus 121. So, chalo, I'll teach you that speed maths also. So, the moment you see numbers like this, you get confused, right? How do you look at, so this and this gets neutralized, just forget it. This does not exist, okay? The rest is right here, okay? So this is 23, okay. What is the difference between 44 and 144 and 169? 25? Is it 25 or something else? Tell me. 25, right? Okay. Now, what is the difference between 169 and 196? Is it 27? Did you realize all this while you were playing with all these numbers? 27, right? Now, 196 and 225. Okay, this is 225. Because of the pen, it became 226. It is 225, okay? So, after 196, 225, what is the difference? 31, right? Is it right? No, it is not 31, sorry. Eraser. Okay. Yeah. Okay, all are odd, can you see? So this is the, whenever you are playing with numbers, first thing you have to remember this, second thing you have to look at the differences, because these differences will help you. If in case you forget, you can always correlate. So for example, 169 and 196, the 6-9 positions are varying, right? The same way. So you can always by heart this, because in parts it will come out to be very useful. Okay. So that's calculate squares. Now, the fun part begins. Cubes up to 12, right? So let's go to cubes up to 12, right? What is 2 cube? Who can write 2 cube quickly? 2 cube is how much? 8. What is 3 cube? 3 cube is 27. What is 4 cube? 4 cube? 64. Right? What is 5 cube? 125. What is 6 cube? What is 6 cube, guys? Tell me. So this is brushing up, all brushing up right now. Okay, first 30 minutes will be all brushing up, right? 6 cube is 216, correct? Okay, now 7 cube is? 7 cube is how much? Let's see who can write first. 7 cube is? Quickly, 343, yes? Very good, very good. What's the name? So 343. Romi Sarkar was the first. Naskar. Romi Naskar was the first person. 343. Very good. Okay. 8 cube. What is 8 cube? Tell me. 8 cube is? Who will tell me 8 cube? Yeah. Okay. So 512, right? 512, very good. So the first person to reply that was Shubhra Bhattacharya. Good job, Shubhra. Now, 9 cube. Who will tell me 9 cube? 9 cube is 729. Easy, very easy. Right? Okay. 11 cube. 11 cube is interesting. Who will tell me? It should be 1331. It's a palindrome. 11 cube is a palindrome. Am I right or wrong? 1331, correct? Okay. So now 12 cube. Chalo, last wala aapke upar hai. Tell me 12 cube is how much? Now again, look at the correlation. Later on, look at the correlation between these two. These two, you will find a pattern. Okay. When you look at the differences, you look at the pattern. You will understand the pattern. Okay. Very good. Pallavi Saxena. 1728. Okay. Now I am assuming that most of you are not using calculators. If you're doing that, remember that's the worst thing to do. Your mind is faster than calculator. It can reach to Mars and Jupiter in seconds and come back. Have you ever thought? For a minute, if you think about Jupiter, you are on Jupiter and then you're back on Earth, right? That's speed of mind. So never ever use calculator. Okay, it's okay to forget. It's okay to go back and look at the pattern and try to deduce the answer, but during practice. Okay, but never ever use the calculator. Now, here is the interesting part, reciprocals of integer. Now, what is integer? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Or you can start from 1 also. 1 by 1 is, so 1 by 1 is what? 1 by 1 is 1, right? Okay, 1 by 2 is what? Decimal. What is the decimal part of 1 by 2? You can call it as 0.5, correct? What is 1 by 3? 0.33. Are you following, everybody? 0.33. Okay. What is 1 by 4? 0.25. Now, this particular slide is so important that you will thank me forever, because when I am talking about percentages and their correlation with this slide, it will blow your mind. Okay. In fact, if you've never seen this, it will blow your mind, because this slide is very important. So please pay attention, guys. 1 by 5 is how much? 0.20. Okay. All you have to do is just by heart all this. Okay. 1 by 6 is what? 0.166. Okay. Now tell me, who will tell me 1 by 7? Let's see. 0.1428. It keeps repeating actually. Okay. 1 by 7. 1 by 8 is how much? 0.125. Okay. 1 by 9 is how much? 0.1111. Easy. 1 by 10 we all know, right? What it is? 0.1. You see, there is a pattern. Okay. For now, just look at the numbers and note it down on your notebook. Remember this. Remember this by heart कि 1 by 3 is equal to 0.33. अगर आपको ये याद रहेगा, the moment you see a question where it says what is 0.33 of 728, so all you know is divide 728 by 1 by 3, you will get the number. Easy. That's why I'm saying this is a magical part, because it will just change the way you solve mathematics. Okay, who will tell me 1 by 11? How much is 1 by 11, guys? Quickly. How much is 1 by 11? How much is 1 by 11? Who will tell me? 0.11? No. 0.09. 0.9. Sorry. 0.909. Okay. 1 by 12 is how much? How much is 1 by 12? Everybody? Quickly. 0.09. Sorry. Okay. 1 by 12 is how much? Okay. Okay. 0.083. Okay. Now, here's a question. Okay. Here's a question in front of you where we are comparing all the fractions. So there are 4 fractions given in front of you. Please tell me which one is the smallest fraction. 3 by 5, 3 by 7, 3 by 13, and 3 by 8. Which one is the smallest? And why do you think it is the smallest? Quickly. I'll give you 30 seconds. Each person gets 30 seconds. Without picking pen and paper, you have to tell me which one is the right answer. 3 by 13? 3 by 13? Has everybody got 3 by 13? Can everybody type in the chat box whatever answers you got? Which is the lowest value? 3 by 13? And why do you think it is 3 by 13? Okay. Now you look at one thing very closely. The numerators are the same, right? So suppose you have a banana, okay? Suppose you have any iron rod or anything, a banana, whatever. And now you're dividing it into 5 parts. So you'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, say 5. Okay. So equal parts you can divide. But when you divide, and each part now signifies 1. Okay. But when you divide it by 13, it becomes even smaller, right? And that is where this is the answer. So you have to always visualize. All the numerators are the same. 13th is the biggest denominator. But how? Let us assume that I have an iron rod. I have to cut this iron rod into 13 pieces. Obviously, each piece will be the smallest. That means this is the right answer. Easy. Okay, always think logically, strategically, you can achieve the answer. Now, one more thing. This is just one example. Fractions ka, there is a big, practice session which I always conduct with my students in Raftar batch. So if you're enrolled there, you'll get it. But if you're not, you can always do that. Okay. Now, last time we practiced this. Today we will practice in a bit detail. We call it as hundreds complement system. Okay. So let us assume that your mom gave you 100 rupees or your dad gave you 100 rupees. Okay, you went to the suppose a fish market or a vegetable market, and now I'll tell you the number. You have to tell me how much money is left. So suppose you bought the vegetable for 46 rupees. Now how much money you are left with? Tell me. So you have to quickly tell me 54, correct? So basically, whatever is the money spent, how much is left, that part you have to tell me. Now, why this is important? Because when you're doing data interpretation questions, when you're doing part C questions, you have to be thorough both ways. You can't just sit to calculate this very silly thing, right? So it has to be very fast. So let us assume that you bought vegetables worth 64 rupees. Now, how much is left, guys? Tell me. This two-way complement system you have to practice. You had 100 rupees, you spent 64, how much is left? Easy, 36, correct? Okay, let us assume that you spent 79 rupees. Now how much is left with you? 79, how much is left? Quickly. Now you are left with 21, right? So this has to be very fast. Like you look at the number and you can pull out the complement system. The complement system is not an official system taught anywhere, but it helps you in practical mathematics. Whenever you're doing any kind of calculations, you can do this fast because you already know it. Okay. So there are multiple, practice sheets which we give in our regular classes for this. Okay, there'll be like 100 numbers we'll give you, and you have to tell us the complement. Okay, that practice will happen later. But as of now, this is the theory part which we are taking. So that you have to keep in mind. Now we're getting into the second part. Exactly 30 minutes done. Theory part done. We are getting into the practical aspects of speed maths. Okay, so abhi se maza aayega. Now you will start enjoying the session even more because we are going into need for speed. Now, whenever you are driving in speed, what happens? Accident. So to avoid accident, you need to have accuracy, right? And accuracy will happen only when you practice the theory, which I am teaching you today. So it's just that, okay, you watch the video or you watch the live stream and done, your part is prepared. No, you have to practice it. Okay? All right. Now, what is more tough? Tell me. Out of multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction, which one you find it tough? Tell me. Which is toughest out of all the four? Is it multiplication? Is it division? Is it addition or subtraction? Personally speaking, when I was a student, I used to find multiplication tough. Whenever there are 4 digits to be multiplied, it used to be tough. Division, yes, even this is tough given that the fraction thing is scary at times. Addition looks easy, but it is not. Addition looks easy, but it is not. Subtraction is tough. Okay, it was always tough, right? So basically, all of them are tough depending on what kind of question is asked. Easy? Now, here is some tips for 5. So suppose I give you a number 6493 and I ask you multiply it by 5. So the first trick or tip of the day is all you have to do is add a 0, that means multiply it by 10 and divide it by 2. You will get your number. Now dividing by 2 is easy or multiplying by 5 is easy? Tell me. Tell me. Multiplying by 5 is easy or dividing by 2 is easy? I feel dividing by 2 is easier. So all you have to do is multiply this number, whatever number you get, multiply by 10 and divide by 2. So 10 by 2 is 5, right? You get your number. So that's the first trick of the day. Easy, correct? So this is the first one. Okay, quickly, let's move on. Okay, now you will feel, so the third point, if you see, you will feel that you just saved 5 seconds, which is like kuch bhi to nahi hai, 5 seconds save karke kya fayda. But Towards the end of the paper, you will realize that these kind of methods will help you save 4 to 5 minutes, which can go into revision, which can go into part C question, which can go into multiple things. ठीक है? और यही extra 4-5 मिनट ही change करता है कौन टॉपर बनेगा और कौन रिजेक्ट हो जाएगा. Okay, whoever will become topper, whoever will get rejected, this matters, guys. I have seen people literally crying because they missed out because they didn't had the right set of skills. Okay, so this is your first tip. Second, so okay, if I tell you that you have to multiply 6493 by 25, so what do? You will multiply it by 100 and then divide it by 4. Second tip of the day, right? 6493 multiplied by 25 is equal to 649,300 divided by 4, because 100 divided by 4 is 25. Easy. Isn't that easy? Okay. So now let's look at this number. 5586 multiplied by 25. What we did? Multiplied by 100 divided by 4. We got the answer. Now dividing by 4 is easy or multiplying by 25 is easy? Tell me. What is easy? Dividing by 4 or multiplying by 25? Obviously, this is easy, right? It is faster. It will save you 2 seconds, but you have to remember this, that the moment you see 25, this is how you go about it. Okay. So this is the tip of the day. Second. Okay. Second tip of the day. The third one, 125. Okay. What if I tell you that 6493 multiplied by 125? Same procedure, but now you have to add 3 zeros and divide by 8. Definitely dividing by 8 is easier or multiplying by 125 is easier. Tell me. For this, you definitely need a calculator. For this, you don't need a calculator. Are you following this? Right? Now, all these tips are going to be very, very easy. Another way of doing for 125 is mentioned in the third point, which I personally don't prefer, but yes, there is a way of doing it, like multiply by 100 and then 1/4 of the figure, which will be a bit tricky in case. So, of course, the first method is always preferable. However, I've written the second method also for 125. Everybody clear? Should I move forward? Should I move forward? Right? Yes? Okay. Now, let's look at 11. Now, this is where things get messy. Okay? If I say, guys, 7469 multiplied by 11. Yahan par the real trick begins. Now, let me show you how I'm doing this. 7469. Okay? So I draw a divider here. Put a 0 this side, 0 that side. Okay. Now what do I do is I add this number to this number, add this number to this number, add this to this and this to this, and further this to this. Okay. And I'll get this number. So let's add 9 plus 0 is what? 9 plus 0 is 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. So I got 5 here. Okay. I'll carry forward the 1. Okay, so we got here now 4 plus 6 is 6 plus 4 is 10, right? So 10, so 11 it became. So 1 came here. Now this 1 comes here. 7 plus 0. Okay. Now here, this is how it goes. Are you following, guys? Okay. And then you get the answer here. Easy. Yes, it is easier than calculator. Just that you have to remember to add a 0, the front and the back. Another way of doing it is, of course, multiplied by 10 and then add to the same number. So for example, you do 74690, okay? And then you add 7469 to this, okay? If you prefer this method, okay? Otherwise, this method is also easier there, okay? Clear? Okay. Now, RG says, didn't understand. Okay, let me repeat here. So what we did here, we added a 0 in the front and the back, and we added. So 9 plus 0 is 9, comes here. 9 plus 6 is 15, so 5 came here. 1 went forward, so 6 plus 4 is 10. So 10 plus 1 carried forward, came here. 1 came here. Now 7 plus 4, 11. This is how you follow. Okay? All right. Now, tips for calculating with 19. So 19 is a tough number. 19 table, many people forget. Okay. Now, what we do is we multiply it with 20 and then minus the exact number from this. Okay. Bhavya, can you explain this 125 part, third point? Okay, 125, third point. Yes. So let me explain this for Bhavya and everybody. So what we are doing here is we split 125 into 100 plus 25. Okay. And then put a bracket. Everybody follows? And then multiply it with 6493. Okay. Now, what is this actually? This is nothing but 100 divided by 4, right? So that's what it says. So this becomes 6493. 649300. Is it visible? Yeah. And then this part plus 1/4 of this, because this is 1/4, right? So 649300 by 4. Okay. 649300 divided by 4. This should give you the answer, but it's a bit tricky. Okay. Was I able to clarify, Bhavya? Easy? Okay. All right. So 19, the same way we did, we multiplied by 20. So basically what we're doing, 9, 2, 8, 5, 6 multiplied by 20 minus 1 is equal to this number. Clear? Easy? Okay, great. Now we'll go to the calculation of squares, and here is a trick which you all have to remember now. So if I say 25 square, how much is that? 25 square, I've not written it here. Tell me. 25 square is 25 square is how much? 625, right? Okay. Now look at this. The last part will always be 25 of any of these. Okay, so let's keep it that constant. But 2 plus 1 is 3. 3 into 2 is 6. The same way here. Now 35 square, 25 will always come. Okay. Now this is 3 into 4. 4 is the next number of 3. So 3 into 4 is 12. Now look at the pattern, guys. 4 into 5 is 20. This 25 anyways we know already. Okay. 55 square. So what happens now? 5 into 6 is 30. This is 7 into 8 is 56. 9 into 10, 90. 12 into 13 is 156. Okay. 17 into 18 is 306. Do you see the pattern here? So basically, if you have squares of these, all you have to do is go to the next one. So 3 into 4. You will easily get this. So never ever you will be scared of this. But now you will ask me, sir, 235 square you are asking me. Okay. 235 square. That means, okay, this. So obviously I know the last 2 digits is 25, but 23 into 24 is a tough thing. Okay, Diksha, I'll repeat that for you. Observe this. 25 square is 625, right? So 25 is constant. Any of these 5 squares will always have 25. 5 into 5 is 25. So this part is constant. Now 2, what is the next number? 3. So 3 into 2 is 6. Okay. Now actually by calculator, if you do, you will see 35 square is 1225. That means 3 into 4 is 12. The next number. Okay. The next number gives you the first 2 digits. 45 square. The next number of 4 is 5. So 5 into 4 is 20. Do you follow? Do you follow, guys? Now this is nothing but pattern. You follow the pattern, you know it. Okay. Thank you, Anup, for the compliment. Diksha, is this clear? Shall I move on? Because I have more data to transfer today, right? Okay. If you didn't understand, you can come back to me at zipmessage.com/biotechnica. I'll personally coach you. Don't worry there. Okay. Right. Now, what if you get this number, 26 square? Now, what is the problem? 26 square. Now, many students will say, sir, 26 square is 25 plus 1 square. Let us do a plus b square, whole square. Correct? We can do that. So what is the formula now? A plus b whole square, we know it. Okay. But this is difficult. A little easier part is there. A link to the formula sheet was given in the previous session, Chiranjit. I'll request the team, if they have it right now, they can ping you in the chat box. Okay. So they'll do it if they're listening. So now this is where things get messy, because I showed you the pattern here, but what if it is 36 square, right? You were saying about 23 into 24. Yes, Pallavi, that I will show you later when I'm taking up multiplication. Wait for 5 slides. I'll show you that, Pallavi. Okay. So 25 plus 1 is 26, right? You can follow this formula, but this formula also means that you need to calculate a square plus b square plus 2ab and then add. So this is long method. What if I tell you there is a shorter method? Okay, you have the link now, Chiranjit, the link to the part A formula sheet. You can download it later. Okay, what if I tell you that there is a better way of doing this? Okay, here is a better way. Now please look at the pattern here, which I'm going to show you very, very closely. Everybody must be glued to the screen right now. Okay, 1 square is what? 1. Okay, 2 square is what? 4. Can we write 4 as 1 plus 3? Yes, we can write that. Okay, 3 square is 9. Can we write 9 as 1 plus 3 plus 5? Right? So that's 9, correct? Okay, 4 square is 16. We know it. Can we write 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7? Add it. It will become 16. Right? 5 square is what? 25. Can we write 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9? Correct? Can we do that? Oh yeah, we can do that. Amazing, isn't it? But do you see something here? कुछ तो दिख रहा है इसमें. Something is there. Some pattern is there. सोचो सोचो क्या pattern है यहाँ पे? बताओ मुझे. Quickly बताओ. Tell me. What is the pattern? This is the odd number, right? These 2 are odd numbers. These 3 are odd numbers. So can we say there is a rule here that the summation of first 3 odd numbers is equal to the square of that particular number. The summation of first 5 odd numbers is equal to the square of 5, right? So that means 6 square is equal to a summation of the first 6 odd numbers. What are those? Can we write here? 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. Okay. Then what we can write? 11. Correct? Is this 36? Yes. Do you follow? Right? Now, look at this number. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 is what? 25. So basically, 6 square is equal to 25 plus the 6th odd number. Okay? 6th odd number. Do you follow? 6 square is equal to 25 plus 6th odd number. Do you follow? Do you follow this? Now, what is the 6th odd number? There is a formula for that, which I'll show you. Okay? As of now, do you agree? 6 square is equal to 25 plus 6th odd number. Yes? Yes, correct. So basically, if you know this part, so if I say 26 square, say 26 square is equal to now 25 squares, that is 625 plus the 26th odd number. Can I say that? Everybody, do you follow? Do you follow? Tishna, I'll look into that because right now I'm a little forward. So I'll definitely look into that. Okay. 26 square is equal to 25 square plus 26th odd number. Everybody, do you agree? Okay. The same way. Now, how do you find the 26th odd number? There is a formula for that, and that is 2n minus 1, where n is the number you're trying to follow. So n is 26. So 52 minus 1 is 51. Add 625 plus 51, you'll get your answer. Okay. Easy. Okay. So here it is what we are trying to do. 6 square will be the sum of first 6 odd numbers But the sum of first 6 odd numbers is what? 25 plus the 6th odd number, right? And that's what we are doing here. 2 into 6 multiplied by 1 is 11. Easy. Did you follow? If you want, I have a blank sheet here. I'll again explain. I've kept it here because I know some people will not understand. Bedhadak pucho, don't hesitate, ask me, I'll repeat it again. Suppose ever in your life, if you are asked 26 square is what? Okay, 26 square is what? Or 36 square is what? Okay, let's also write 36 square. Okay, so this is actually 25 square plus 26th odd number, which I have shown you here. Can you see it as a summation of all the odd numbers, right? So 25 square plus 26th odd number. Okay, and what is the formula for finding the 26th odd number? The formula is 2n minus 1, where n is the number. So 26, n is 26 here. So 26 multiplied by 2 is 52, minus 1 is 51. So if you add 51 to 25, you will get the 26th one. Okay, now let's try for 35. Okay, so let us try for 36. What happens now? 35 square plus 2n minus 1, 2 multiplied by 36 minus 1. This will be your answer. Do you follow? It's very simple. Okay. So now we already found out how to find 35 square. See here, 35 square, what do we do? 3 multiplied by 4 is 12. So 12, 25. Correct? So what do we do here now? 35 square is 12, 25. Using that formula, we already know. And now 36 into 2 is 72 minus 1. 72 minus 1 is 71. If you add 1225 into 71, you'll get your answer. This is so easy. But look here, you need to be really good in adding this number faster. Otherwise, this formula is useless, correct? So how do you do that? We'll come to that a little later. But as of now, do you follow? Everybody. Maths is tricky to identify, but once you've identified, it's very easy. You have to remember the tricks, correct? Have you seen the Jadugar does? He'll just put the cap and then, pigeon will come out of it. This is a trick. This is a trick. How much time to spend on part A? During the exam, 15 minutes. During practice, you should spend as much as you can, say 10, 20 hours, in the next 2 months is sufficient. Okay. All right. So explanation done. Now comes another magic, which will help you in data interpretation and part C. Now, data interpretation is nothing but they'll give you a graph, they'll give you something, and they'll ask you, okay, now this is the data, or maybe they'll give you a pie chart and they'll say, okay, what is you interpret the data and come with a conclusion. Okay. How do you do that? Data interpretation and part C. How do you do that? Suppose they ask you the percentage. That is where today's trick will help you. Okay. Now, what is today's trick? Here it is. Remember these fractions we just now wrote, right? So half of something, suppose I gave you 1 banana and I asked you, okay, give me back half banana, right? That means you will return me how much? 50% banana, right? Now, remember we wrote this also as 0.5 that time. So basically, whatever we wrote as a decimal, multiply that by 100 becomes your percentage, right? So what did we write for 0.33? Okay, let me write the other way around. Wait. So we will just erase. Let me erase this and then write it in the correct way. Okay, so we said 0.5 for half. That leads to 50%. So you look at this, there is a correlation here, right? Let us go back to the slide where we had written the fractions. Let us see if we can get there faster. Yeah. So here we wrote, so now this is 50%. This is 33%, right? This is 25%. All I'm doing is multiplied by 100. So the moment somebody says, give me 25% of this number, all you have to do is divide it by 4. If I say, give me 20% of this number, all you have to do is divide it by 5. Easy. This is 20%. Okay, so if I suddenly, and data interpretation, they do this kind of twist. If they say, I want 16.66% of X, so all you have to do is divide it by 1 by 6. Okay, so this becomes 14.28%, and you can follow this tradition till here. Okay, so there is a big correlation in between all this. So suddenly, if somebody comes and says, I want 8.3% of something, say X. So all you have to do is now do X by 12. Now finding 8.3% of X is difficult, or X by 12 is easy? Tell me. Definitely this is easy. And that's where you have to remember these numbers. Okay. All right. Has everybody followed? Can I move to the next? Yes. Okay. I'm running out of time, so I'll be little fast. Now here's a question for all of you. 39 is what percentage of 186? Let's see who will apply this trick. I'll show you the application. How do you find out 39 without no touching pen and paper, no touching calculator, no formula? बस क्वेश्चन देखो और सोचो कि इसको कैसे सॉल्व करोगे. ठीक है? Look at the question and think, how do you solve? You're not going to touch pen and paper. Don't touch calculator. Just think. How do you solve this? Shah. How it is X by 12? Because 1 by 12 of anything is 0.08. That is 8%. 8.33% is 1 by 12. That's how we did it. Okay? Do you follow, Haz? Or shall I repeat? Okay? Right. So while Haz is replying, I'll come back here. So guys, tell me the answer. Without touching pen and paper. I know it's tough, but you can do this. I know you can do this. Just think. Just think. Okay. Do you want some hints? 20%? Meghna, you are more or less near to the correct answer, but yes, it's not exact correct answer, but yes, it is correct answer. Somewhere near to the correct answer. Yes. Has followed the question. Okay, very good. 25, not Loga Lakshmi, it's not 25. Now, this kind of situations will arise to you in part C. It can arise to you in part A. So 39 is what percentage of 186. So now we'll write 186 and let us find out what will be the 10% of 186. 186, 10% is 18.6. Do you agree? But this is double, more than double of 18.6. How do we know? We quickly do this and we know it is, okay, 37.2. That is 39. So definitely it is more than 20%, right? More than 20%. Now let us find the 1% of 186. 1% is 1.86. So if I add 1.86 here, now all this I'm doing in my mind. I'm showing you, so I have to write it here, but actually we have to do all this in mind. So this is 0, this is 6, this is 9, 39. So this is 21%. Do you follow? 21%. 21 point something, right? So the moment you look at the options, you will see, okay, there is a 21. Okay, this guy wins, right? So all you did is you found out the 10%, multiplied it by 2 and found out that it is still lesser, added 1 more percent, and this is how you titrate. You remember titration in your chemistry classes? The same way you do it. If you follow the formula which Munavira has given, 39 into 186 multiplied by 100 divided by 100, it's gonna get messy. Okay, why? Because there is a big number sitting over there, 39, and then there is a non-divisible denominator multiplied by 100, and this is where things get messy. Okay, this is where you need calculator. You don't need calculator if you follow this procedure. Easy. क्या मैं आगे बढ़ूं? इजाजत है? Shall I move forward? Yes? Okay, ठीक है. चलिए. Now one more. 496 मैंने आपको दिया. Find out the 26%. Find out the 26% of 496. What will be the approach here? Tell me the approach. Don't apply the formula. Don't touch pen and paper. Don't touch the calculator. Tell me the approach to solve a question where it says 26% of 496. कौन बताएगा मुझे? Quickly. All of you are very talented, let me tell you, because you all are able to follow things faster. Okay, Hina, you want me to explain the previous one? Okay. So while all of you can try to solve this one, 26% of 496, I'll go back quickly. Hina, what I did is, what is the 10% of 186? That is 18.6, because if I divide by 10, it becomes 18.6. Now 18.6. Now if I multiply it by 2, it is 37. That is 39. That means 20 से तो बड़ा है, 20 से definitely it is better. Correct? And then what is 1% of 186? That is 1.86. If I add, it becomes roughly 39. Somewhere around 21% it is. Right? Okay. In the meanwhile, I am getting answers for the next question. Subra has written, Merlin, why did you delete Merlin? I think you were right. Okay. Okay, quickly. Now, what exactly we did? What is the approach? The approach is like this. 26% is what? 25 plus 1%. Easy. What is 25? It is actually 1/4 of this number. And what is 1/4 of this number? Let's quickly find out. Divide it by 4 and you get the answer. Okay. And then what is the 1% of this? The 1% is 4.96. So whatever X you get plus 4.96 will be your answer. Perfectly easy. Got it? Yes? Wonderful. Wonderful. See, I'm here to show you the approach. I'm not here to show off my calculation skills. I'm here to show you the approach. The approach should be like this. Very simple. 128.96 approximately you should be getting. Okay. Now we'll get into this. This is where things get messier. What is this? Addition. Very simple, right? But the moment I give you more than 2 numbers, you'll be like, sir, chakkar aa gaya, chai pilao, right? Coffee pilao, chakkar aa raha hai. We all start thinking that way, right? So how do we fix this? 342, 557, 629, 746, 825. Add karna hai. So how do you proceed? Now, what we'll do is we'll forget the last 2 digits. Let's not remember the last 2 digits. Isko kaat do. We don't remember this, okay? Let's cut off this one, okay? Now, all we remember is there is a 300, there's a 500, there's a 600, there's a 700, there's a 800. So let's add all of these. So 5, 3 is 8, 8, 6 is 14, 14, 7 is 21, 21, 8 is 22. So basically 2200, right? Okay. We'll have to delete whatever we had crossed. So let's go here and erase. Okay, quickly, let's erase. Yeah, it is erased. Okay. And then let's take the pen. Right. Now, we are looking at 42, 57, 29, 46, and 25. Easy. Now, let's do one thing. Let's take 1 out of 42 and add it to 29. So this becomes 30. Okay. In the mind, we're not writing actually on pen and paper. I'm showing you because I have to show you exactly. So that's why I'm writing. So, okay, 30. Now, this is 25. So 30 plus 25 is what? 55. So iska khel khatam. Iska khel khatam. So we have 55. Now 55 plus 41 we have got here. So 55 plus 41 we add. What is this? This is 6. This is 9. So 96. Okay. Now this guy is done. Okay. Right. We're done here. Do you follow? Okay. And now we add the 57 to this. Right. And then you get your answer. So this is how you do all the things in your mind. Okay. Is it clear? Right? Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. So now adding 4 digits. Okay. Let's add 4 digits. Let's step up the game. Let's add 4 digits. Why 41? Because we removed 1 and gave it to 29. Okay. That's why it happened. Right, Subra? Now, let's add the 4-digit numbers. 1598, 5423, 4627, 7953, and 8675. So this will be your homework, but I am going to show you how exactly should be the approach. So we will just crisscross these numbers, the last digits, and we'll try to add this, and this. Okay, we add it, we get the first part, and then we see in the options if it is there. If not, then we'll go to the next one. Okay, this is your homework for the day. Please take a screenshot. Okay, let me just erase this for you. Okay, now, so this is how you do the addition part. Right, now let's go to the next one. I guess my PowerPoint is stuck. Yeah, so if you want more practice about these, all you have to do is you can join me in Raftar batch, where we'll be doing more detailed part A sessions, because just learning the theory is not enough. So come sit with me and let's solve the questions together. Okay, let's solve the questions together. Let's solve as many questions as possible, because after every theory class, we generally give a daily practice sheet in Raftar batch. You'll get a PDF, you can solve it, and then you can practice and you can come back and you can discuss. So this back and forth will help you get better. Practice is important, not just the theory. So you can always get into the Raftar batch. Now here is some tips and tricks for the division. Okay, so quickly let's follow the division now. Number, if a number is divisible by 2, only if the last digit is 0 or 2. Okay, I'll change the color of the pen so that it is visible. Okay, so if the last digit of that number is 0 or divisible by 2, let's say 2987. Is it divisible by 2? No, because it is not 0 and it is not divisible by 2. But if it was, say, 8, which is divisible by 2, because 8 is obviously divisible by 2. So then the entire number is divisible by 2. Okay. Pallavi has got a question. We should by heart the formulas, then only we can calculate in mind, isn't it? Because I'm very, very weak in maths, sir. Yes, you have to by heart these formulas. You're right, Pallavi. Okay, you have to practice. Basically, the more you practice, it becomes by heart. Okay, Pallavi Saxena. Okay, there is another Pallavi. Please start this in Junun batch 2. Junun batch mein, this is going to start eventually. Okay, don't worry. Okay, I'm going to come there. And Josh batch also. Yes, Josh batch also this will start. Now, numbers divisible by 3 if the sum of its digit is divisible by 3. Okay, so let us say 2988. So 2988, let us add this. Okay, how much is this? 27, which is divisible by 3. Then it is divisible by 3. Easy. Okay, now number divisible by 4. If the last 2 digit of the number is divisible by 4 or 0, last 2 digit is 88. Is it divisible by 4? Yes. Or is it 0? No, it is not 0, but it is divisible by 4. That means this number is divisible by 4. Okay. Now, divisibility by 5, it is very simple. Either it should be 5 or a 0. So let's say if it is 2950, that means it is divisible by 5. Okay. Number divisible by 6. Now here is something. If the number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then only it is divisible by 6. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll just move out of the screen. Please take a screenshot of this. Okay. And then you can keep it forever with you. Now, let's go to number divisible by 7. There is a special condition here. Now, suppose we'll write 3414. Now, this is the number. Double the last digit. So, the last digit is 4, make it 8. And subtract from the remaining part of the number. Remaining part of the number is 341. So, 341 minus 8 is equal to how much? Tell me. How much it is? 3. How much it is? 341 minus 8? Everybody, quickly tell me. Right? 333. Now, is 333 divisible by? So it is not. Then this number is not divisible. So this is how we have to find out. Okay. Numbers divisible by 8. A number is divisible by 8 if its last 3 digit is divisible by 8. So 2 dekha, 4 dekha, abhi 8. In 2, what happens? The last digit. In 4, what happens? Last 2 digit. In 8, last 3 digit. Okay. Now, number is divisible by 9 if the sum of digit of the number is divisible by 9. Okay. Then the number is itself divisible by 9. The sum of digits of the number is divisible. So suppose it is 3, 3, 9. So let's add. This is 15, right? Is 15 divisible by 9? No. Then this number is not divisible by 9. Okay. Now, a number is divisible by 10 if it has got an ending as 0. As simple as that. Nothing to worry. Okay. Now, here's the homework for all of you. Revise whatever was taught today. Practice all the tricks and watch this video again and again to gain more insights. If you are already a part of Raftar batch or Josh batch or Junoon batch, you will get this PowerPoint also in your study portal. Okay, you can go and practice it. The daily practice sets also will be provided to you in Raftar batch. So nothing to worry there. You will be able to practice more. Okay, guys. So with this, we come to an end of our session. I hope you enjoyed. And I tried my best to make things simpler and easier for you. But one thing is very clear. These tricks, you just keep it at home. It's of no use. Remember all the classes I tell you, pustak sthatu ya vidya parhastakatam dhanam, karya kale samutpanne nasa vidya natad dhanam. Any knowledge sitting in the books or in my PowerPoint is not going to help you. You have to by heart it. You have to practice it. You have to practice again and again. Then only it works out for you. So where did we start? Let me quickly revise. We started at multiplication tables. Okay. Multiplication table. If you just Google out, you'll get PDF of multiplication table. Otherwise, we can send you in Telegram. Okay. We'll do that. So multiplication table up to 20 will provide you in Telegram. So if you are a part of a Telegram group, multiplication table we did. Then we learned some division tricks. We learned some multiplication tricks. We also did addition tricks, but we have not yet started subtraction tricks. That we'll do in our next session. Okay. And then we also looked at the percentages. We looked at the fractions. Okay. So all these things we learned today. Please practice it. These things are like, okay, you learned it and now you don't practice, you'll forget it and then it's gone. Okay. So I tried my best to add as much value to all of you. Now the baton is in your hands. Practice and then you win. Now I'll meet you in the next session, which is on next Tuesday. Okay. And it will be on data interpretation. We'll solve some exciting data interpretation questions, including the one which I had shown you in the first class. Okay. So thank you so much for attending this session. It was wonderful interacting with all of you. Do write to me at zipmessage.com/biotechnica or my email ID, which is shekhar@biotechnica.org. I would love to interact with each one of you. Any question, any comments, any feedback, you are welcome. I'm right here to answer all of them. And those who are watching this recording later, please put them down in the comment section. I'll definitely reply there. Thank you. I'll see you next Tuesday. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. See you in the Raftar batch. Take care.